the relation between school and home. If we just close our eyes for a second and just think about the word school, what comes to our mind? We can all do it as an exercise. School brings us a vision of our second home. It is said that 99% of people take their school to be their second home. They feel comfortable with it. And when they leave the school, they remember it as their second home. They remember the time they had spent in the school with a lot of pleasure and dignity and pride. And they feel that those were the best years. I'm afraid 1% would not really have the same opinion, and that 1% is that section of the society which faced some or the other problem in school and took it as a failure in life. But ultimately, this 1% can also develop and progress to know how the school played an important part in their lives. As I said, school is the second home for a child. What does a school have? A building, of course, a culture, a name, a reputation, a name by which it is known. The name itself sets up some standards for the society or the community around the school. You take the name of the school, and there will be many people giving your opinions about the school, good or bad. Therefore, the school has a name and a reputation attached to that name. It has its own identity. The basic identity of a school is whether it is a government school, whether it is run privately by somebody, whether it is a public school, it is a boarding school, or it is a day school. These are the basic identities. But along with that, there are some inferred identities. Those identities are that parents think that children coming from this school would be having certain characteristics, good or bad. So that identity is very important for the school. And the students carry that identity with them as they progress in their schools. A school also has its culture. The culture can be good or bad. Again, depends how the school is being conducted by the school authorities, how the community visualizes a school to be in that particular area, and how does a teacher contribute to make the identity of the school, to make the reputation of the school, and contribute to the culture of the school. Children come from a home. Again, there is some name to that home, there is some reputation of the family, and there is some culture of that particular home. So that means side by side, the children are actually facing two different, very important parts in their lives, which have their own identity, their own name, their own reputation, and their own culture. Just think of a child. How can such a small mind as a child balance between the two? There are so many things to be thought of in culture. There are so many things to be thought of in reputation. There are so many things to be thought of in identity. How is the child going to balance between the two very important parts in their lives? The teacher plays a major role in doing that.